everyone. It's really nice to see you all. Thank you for coming. I always like to start. I used to start my class when people come to my class. I say, "It's really nice to see you and see you all." And then I throw in that line that Keith Richard uses in the movie Shine a Light. Has anybody seen that movie? Yeah, it's really good. So he comes out. They give him a solo, you know, whatever. He gets to sing, and he goes, "Hi everyone, it's nice to see you all." But then again, it's great. It's nice to see anybody. So true these days. First of all, first thing I'd like to do is say thank you to Abby for putting this all together. She over-delivers. She does so much work. She works so freaking hard. To bring this all to you, you know, and I'm really honored to be part of this show. I changed the name of the show. The name of the show is called Motherhood, Mythology, and Me. And I've been watching Akira for a long time, and she has come so far, and so happy for her. She's doing such great work. And then I've had the pleasure of working with Carla. She took some figure drawing classes from me, and I don't, you know, and I love what she did with what she's done with it. You know, she's like really created a great body of work. Her creativity and imagination are just work so well together. You know, it's like I don't know if I can do that kind of work. You know, just pull stuff out of my head. You know, I don't know if I could do that. So I thought I would paint and talk about my work. And there's another person I want to thank, and his name is, what is his name? Zach Smith. So, after, I think it was after was it the community or the
Red Threads?
No, it was before that. Was it Red Threads when you asked me to show?
Oh, community, yes.
It was community.
Yeah.
Right, and that was last year, and it was before COVID, and you said in May, and I thought it was like that May. And you said no, next year. I was like, okay. It doesn't matter because because COVID hit, and then I started. I just like lost my stuff, and I had to throw myself into painting. And I didn't really think about the show, all right? I just painted, because that's what I need to do. And I ended up painting, I think I painted 100 paintings since last year. So I think it was like 2 or 3 months ago, you said, you started pressing me for like what my show was about. I don't know. But I think it was in February, I finally said, I got 2 choices. One is art in the time of COVID, and I was like, that would be easy because I have all these paintings. Or Alvarez Squared, square paintings, and I had a few square paintings. And she said, Alvarez Squared. And I'm like, dang. So Yana has this guy who makes these panels, these things, and I saw them, I fell in love with them, so I contacted him. His name is Zach Smith. He put these together, and I just think they're wonderful, they're beautiful. It's like just like this, so I just like can just.
What's the circus?
I want that back. Yeah.
Is he a local guy?
He's a local guy, and if you look at some of these paintings, can I take this off?
Yes.
I thought they were so beautiful. Oh wow, okay, that's cool. I thought they were so beautiful that I decided not to paint the edges, and I put my son to work because he needed to do something. And so he helped me stain and varnish these. So I think they look great. So if you want to take one of these home, you're getting not only a piece of art, but you're getting a piece of fine craftsmanship. Right? And you think they look good here. Wait till you put one on your wall.
Chris, you can just put it down.
So that's all I had planned to talk about. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yes, I had this book out because I wanted to talk about something, but one of the things I want to talk about is in here he talks about how does it go? I should have marked it off. The guy who wrote this book.
What does it say?
Robert Henry. So Robert Henry.
What's the title?
The title is The Art Spirit. And it was written in copyright 1923. And he talks about, one of the things he talks about is just being present and seeing, and being aware of the miracle. And when does a miracle happen? It happens now, right? This is a miracle. This is a miraculous moment, you know. And you want to speak about miracles? That whole room over there, in both those galleries, a bunch of miracles in there, right? And hopefully, you know, some of these, you know, like one of the things I like to work on when I work is just find something that might be not very exciting to some people, but if I can put it on canvas and people can see it, and when they go out into the world, then then maybe they see in their own life, you know. I started just listening. I kind of got tired of my mixtapes. I got a bunch of them, you know, and I bought your tape, bought your CD, and that's a great album. So I listened to that. But I started listening to books on tape, and I just started listening to this book, and it's a kind of a talk between Eckhart Tolle and Dr. Wayne Dyer. Dr. Wayne Dyer just talks about, you know, the secret to a good and happy life is to be present, be astonished, and tell people. And so this is something, you know, that we do as artists. It's just one of the things that really kind of has really made a difference in everyone's life, I think. You know, and sometimes it's on campus, sometimes it's on word form, sometimes it's theatrical, you know, and so that is one of the things, you know, I try to get across in my work. So
he actually stole that from Mary Oliver. That's a quote.
exactly. Yes. Wild geese.
Well, it's not exactly.
But it's not. Yeah. But yeah, he did mention it.
Yeah.
When he said that. So I forgot to mention it.
Not to worry.
Thank you.
We're here for a reason.
Yes. All right. So I'm going to get started on this thing, and I'm going to I'll try not to bore you all, and just kind of like get enough done to give you a chance about the process. And the process is the key thing, I think. That's the paying attention. That's, you know, it's not about the finished piece. It's about the process, it's about the doing, and that's one of the things I really focus on when I'm working. So so another thing I think about when I'm working is practice. It's all about practice. And so if I happen to be doing a demo in front of a bunch of people, then it's just practice. If I'm doing a bunch of work, you know, and I only have like a few weeks to put the work together. It's just practice.
No stress, right?
No stress.
No
It's just
stress.
practice, right? You just like work. You show up and you work. Jeez. This is a chicken. Can you tell? Okay. This is a chicken from the schoolyard that my kids used to go to school. They used to go to not Montessori, Waldorf school, Mountain Song, and they had to take care of chickens and goats. They had goats too. So one of the things I want to pay attention to when I'm working here is design. Is how everything is laid out on the canvas. And so I'm kind of thinking about not so much what the subject is, but what it looks like and the shapes that go into it and how they're arranged on the canvas. And so first thing I do is look for a light and dark shape. And you can kind of see, if you look at some of these paintings, you can see some of this show through. And I like to be able to give evidence of every step of the process. So when you look at a painting, maybe you get the idea of the process going into it, and you can see it being painted. That's it, if you look at it. You get, and I want you to come up close, look at the work, and then come back, and see how it was put together. Did anybody go see the Degas show that was at the Denver Art Museum? I'm gonna say damn because I like to say pretty words. Anybody go see that? Yeah. Now a lot of people I knew who weren't artists were not very excited about that show because it was pretty much, it was kind of an in-process kind of show. It wasn't about finished work. It wasn't about, that's what I loved about that show. Ta-da! I do a lot of scrubbing. So one of the first things I want to do is get in all the shapes and see how they interlock, see how they read against each other. This is hard. So I'm looking for, so right now I'm kind of, like I said, looking for value shapes and temperature shifts. How many people are painters in here? I know. All right, so I'll give you my Venmo and my PayPal. Ooh, that wasn't what I wanted.
Happy accident.
Yes, I need to put some happy trees in here. Someone said, "Oh, you're going to be like Bob Ross." Who said that?
What did you say temperature?
Temperature.
What do you mean, just literally what's colder and hotter?
Yeah, well, as far as like blues and warm and cool colors, yeah. But the key thing that I want to focus on is value. Because value does the work, right? but color gets the credit. So, I don't know about this. This lighting's too good in here for me. I like to, I work in a pretty crappily lit space. And so I tell myself, if I can make it look good in this light, just imagine how it's going to look in Abby's gallery.
You need some music?
Yeah, got a turntable.
Can I ask a question?
Yes,
How much of it is underpainting right now?
I don't know.
I don't.
I don't think, I just like, whatever ends up,
Peeking out.
yeah. And sometimes I try to do, like, I don't think too much about underpainting and you know, I just paint it and see, you know, if it's like, oh, that looks good enough, I'll just leave that alone.